Are you looking for the perfect bracelet for a loved one? Would your man be interested in a personalized keyring from his children? Are you looking for the best priced jewelry, whether it be a necklace, ring, earrings, bangle, or even more? Look no further than Crafted Arts. Crafted Arts is a local business based in Barry within the Vale of Glamorgan, and they have a range of all the perfect items you need. If it's for the perfect gift for an anniversary, or maybe it's for someone's birthday, maybe something for Christmas, or you wanted to give someone that perfect gift that will last a long time, Crafted Arts is the business for you. If you want to know more or see what they have in stock, then you can visit them locally at 29 High Street, Barry, Vale of Glamorgan, CF627EB, or you can go onto their website at www.craftedarts.co.uk. You can even email them at info@craftedarts.co.uk, or maybe just give them a call at 07789 94248. Trust me, it's worth it for the perfect gift. The best thing about Creative Space is that we don't just want to encourage people in being creative in TV, film, or even theatre. We also want you to be creative in a variety of other things as well. So do you want to have experience in making jewelry? Do you want to pick up a hobby but do not know what to take or where to start? Then look no further than the Vale Jewelry Workshops. Vale Jewelry Workshops provides the best experience in teaching you how to make the best sterling silver jewelry. They will help you make a range of silverware including rings, bracelets, and many more pieces. You will learn the basic silversmith skills such as soldering, texturing, shaping, and lots more. Not only do the workshops provide the experience for adults, it also provides the best experience and fun for children as well. So if you want to learn on how to make sterling silver jewelry, and if you're very interested, go onto their website at www.valejewelryworkshops.co.uk or get in touch with them via email at info@valejewelryworkshops.co.uk or even phone them at 07789 794248. Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Rhys of Creative Space Podcast. How is everyone doing? Is everyone okay? Is everyone keeping well? Everyone staying sane or staying insane? What's going on? Let us know how you feel. But I just want to say thank you all for tuning into the podcast and continuing to supporting this show throughout. My guest on today's show is an actor, an upcoming actor. He's been in quite a few films with some of the biggest names in Hollywood, including the likes of Ron Perlman, Harvey Keitel, and even Nicolas Cage, who he does an impressive imitation of Nicolas Cage. It's Adam Moryto, and Adam Moryto, he's not only an actor, he's also a producer that is destined for greatness. This guy is so cool, and he talks about extreme fishing. The way he talks about it, it's absolutely phenomenal, and it's a bit of an eye-opener for me and a bit of an education, because the thing is, I'm not really the fishing kind of person. I got family who go fishing, but he takes fishing to a whole new level. I don't want to get into so much because I want you guys to enjoy it, but this guy, I mean, some of the stories he tells, I mean, it's absolutely incredible. So without further ado, it's me and Adam Moryto on Creative Space Podcast. Just curious. So Adam, how do you say your last name then? Because when I was reading it, I was like, Moryto? Moryto?
Moryto, you got the Y and E, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, fair play.
Most people don't get that, so it's good. Awesome.
Where does the name come from?
It's Czech last name. My family's from Prague.
Oh, right.
Public, yeah.
Do you go to Czech Republic a lot? Do you sometimes go back or go on vacation or anything like that?
I've only been once. I was there when I was, I think, 14 for the World Cup, and we were visiting before we went on a cruise somewhere. So yeah, I've only been actually once. I've been to most of Europe except the really eastern parts, but I'd love to go back to Prague. Prague is sick, man. Prague is a beautiful city, all cobblestone, you can walk from one end to the other at night. Like it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So
I've
yeah.
never been to Czech Republic. I mean, the amount of times where Wales have played in the football matches in Czech Republic, I've only had the opportunity once, and I had to turn it down because I was doing a performance around that time anyway, and I was gutted because I that's one of the places I'd love to go is Prague.
Yeah, I highly
And
recommend it.
yeah,
Yeah.
so when it comes to, I mean, I'm going to get down to the extreme fishing straight away because I want to learn more because I got family who love to fish and everything. And the thing is for me, I mean, I'm not too much of a fishing guy, but I do take interest in it, and especially for those who do it. So if anyone, who's not familiar, like myself, with extreme fishing,
Mm.
what is it, and what's the difference between regular fishing and extreme fishing, which probably sounds daft because one's more extreme than the other. But if anyone was like, oh, what's the difference?
Well, first of all, extreme fishing just sounds cool. It's fun to say, and mostly done in saltwater for species that are dangerous. You have to go far reaches to get them. Species that are big, we catch 1,000-pound marlin, um, sharks. I fish in 900 feet of water for these huge queen snappers and 300-pound Warsaw groupers. So, and those fish have serious armory on them. They can hurt you once they get in the boat and start flopping around. So it's a type of fishing that someone has to be a little more experienced in doing than just going and putting a worm on a hook and throwing it in a lake.
I seen some of the pictures on Instagram, some of the fishes that you caught. I'm there going, fucking hell.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell is that?
I just started shooting my first pilot YouTube episode here in Barbados last week. So we were around the island catching some pretty cool stuff.
I heard that you were gonna, there was correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard like you wanted to do a TV series where you take certain famous people, celebrities, etc., out on to do some fishing. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, I think that would be awesome because you get them in
Yeah.
an environment where they're a little bit more vulnerable than being on stage where you have people in your ear and all your defense mechanisms and you're a little more guarded. It's like when you're out 100 miles in the ocean with no one around and you turn the engine off and you can't see land. There's something about that that's just so like freeing.
Mm.
You know?
It's a
Nothing
very
brings out authenticity more
yeah
than that. You're
yeah.
literally away from all civilization. So
It's a very Jaws-like moment, isn't it? Because you're out in the middle of the ocean, you're gonna catch one big fish, and you don't know what's gonna happen. It's the eeriness of fishing. I mean, for you, was there ever a moment? I mean, how long you been doing extreme fishing then, or in fishing in
uh,
general?
25 years I've been fishing,
Mm.
maybe
And
27. And yeah, the extreme, probably the last 6 years, I would say.
what's the
Yeah.
scariest moment for you just going out fishing? Has there been a moment where you felt uncomfortable, or where there was a scariest moment?
Um, I almost had my leg bit off by a mako shark when I was hanging over the side one day fishing for queen snapper. So that was it. I've been bit by a shark before, but this one was like, it was pretty terrifying. He
Mm.
came right up because mako shark, they hunt from the bottom.
Mm.
So we were off like 12 miles and we were throwing some chum over for mahi mahi and stuff at the top. And yeah, I remember just like kind of seeing this silver thing and I didn't really know what it was. So I looked over more and then he shot up to try to take a nip at my leg.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I now keep my legs inside the boat.
If there was ever a perfect moment to have John Williams' theme tune to Jaws to play, you're gonna need it straight away.
That was cool. And then there was an incident in the Queen Charlotte Islands, so Haida Gwaii, northern British Columbia. We were salmon fishing, and I hooked probably like a 10-pound Chinook salmon, and I got him to the boat, and this sea lion came up from underneath and grabbed the salmon and took off with him. And I was pissed off because they steal a lot of fish. And then I was watching him run, and then this killer whale comes up from under him and eats the sea lion
Oh shit.
in like one fluid motion. All of that happened. So that was fun too.
So there been a moment where you got excited, a proud moment as well in fishing? What is the best fish you ever caught?
I think the proudest. I mean, I got a 700-pound blue marlin here. That was my first marlin ever, so that was a pretty good intro into marlin fishing, being able to land a 700-pound blue marlin. I think that was a big moment. I've been chasing one that size for a long time. So yeah.
So if you were to advise people, if someone came up to you, say like myself, is not familiar with fishing, and just said, "Listen, I'm thinking of going into fishing, but I want to do what you want to do." And if someone just came up and said that, what would be the first thing from your perspective to tell that? To what advice would you give? What I'm trying to
Get
say.
your head checked. That's the first thing you want to do? No. I mean, I even brought my guy from Toronto, my buddy, to do the producing and the filming of the show, and he got so sick the first day. It's people think that the ocean is, it's not that bad. I can handle it, whatnot. You don't understand. Like, people get seasick to the point. Um, it's not curable till you get to shore.
Mm.
So, I would say start a little smaller. Start on the reef and get some experience.
Yeah, it's the nature of the beast because you can't control nature, and so when you're going out there, you just don't know what's going to happen. And
Yeah,
but
that's
that's the
kind
fun
of
of it. It's the fear. A lot of people say it's the fear of the unknown, but it's got to be some sort of funness to it because you're like, well, you don't know what we're going to catch. Let's
Well,
go.
that's the thing, right? That's with fishing. It's you can go out to the same spot you've been to for 20 years and target the fish you have and think you're going to catch it, but at the end of the day, you never really know what you're bringing up, right? I
Mm.
mean, I still am hoping I bring up some undiscovered sea creature one day, just to say that I did. I think that would be awesome.
Mm.
But there's the mystery to it that's always alluring, I would say.
I was reading an article that you're a big fan of. I was it River Monsters. Can't remember
Oh
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
what was the host's name again? I keep forgetting his name.
Jeremy Wade.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever met him?
No, no, I haven't met him. I know some people that know him were like 2 degrees separated in the fishing world, but no, I've never had the chance to actually personally meet him or fish with him, which I would love to do.
Mm.
So.
Hopefully, with the TV series, you can invite him on and say, right, come on,
Oh
you
yeah, yeah.
you got the
Be kind of a
experience.
good, be a good intro. You got to get in with that. We're doing
Yeah.
what you love to do, so get over here.
Going on to acting, was it always going to be acting for you, or was there another career that you wanted to try out?
I guess I did want to be a businessman, sort of like my grandfather, and do stocks and bonds and investment banking. But after halfway through college, I was kind of like, who am I kidding? I'm not going to sit in an office and do a 9 to 5. That's just not who I am. It's never going to happen. And I always loved acting. I loved stage acting in high school and college. I did a lot of theater. And then I decided to take it over just to film and TV to see how that carried out. Because most of the people I really looked up to and aspired to be like were doing TV and film. So that's what I started doing sort of right after I got out of college. And yeah, started loving it. So just stuck with it and knew that that's what I wanted to do from then.
Did you what actors? Who are the actors that you learned the craft from? Um, I mean, it could be was there any particular actor on a TV show or in a film that really caught your attention and you were like, oh my God, I want to be that person?
I think growing up, Ethan Hawke was big for me, watching the way he acted. Tom Hardy, Christian Bale, and then I got to work with Ethan on one of my first films, Born to Be Blue. And then another guy in that film, Callum Keith Rene, who's a buddy of mine now, from Californication and Star Trek and a few other shows, sort of taught me sort of how to navigate early in the career as sort of like a mentor.
Mm.
Um,
Going
yeah,
on, yeah,
those guys would be good. Good to say.
yeah. I mean, you've been really successful with some of the films you've been in now and shared the screen with, especially the likes of Harvey Keitel and Ron Perlman and Nicolas Cage, etc., which I want to know about these people. I mean, I want to know Nicolas Cage. I mean, have you got any stories about him that are just so fun? And I mean, he's a character on screen. We all know that, but a character off screen, that's just another level. I mean, but for you, because you did a film, did you share the screen with him, or did you?
Yeah, yeah, we did when we were in Grand Cayman filming over COVID. And Nick loves fishing too. So we got to talk a lot about that. Yeah. He's saving up for this, or he told me he's saving up for this giant, like 114-foot fishing yacht called a Sea Ghost. And he just wants to like travel around the Caribbean and fish on that. And he loves fossils. I love fossils. I've got a bunch of like pufferfish and starfish here on my wall. And I have dinosaur bones at home and woolly mammoth tusks, and he has a lot of that stuff too. And then we were talking about spiders because I have a bunch of like tarantulas, stuffed arachnids at home, and he was talking about his arachnids, and he was saying he's like, Adam, I've been trying to get this one spider from the Amazon. It's purple. It's like a deep purple tarantula. It's like vibrant, but like, I can't get it across the border. Do you have like a spider guy I could talk to like help me? I mean, I'm gonna be busy contemplating the inner workings of the universe in my room later, but after that, let me know, and I could maybe get it across. I was like, yeah, I'll get on that. I'll make a few calls and see what I can do. Of course, I don't have a spider guy, but you're not going to say no to him when you're asked that. So.
Especially when he wants to learn the universe and the
Oh
ins and
yeah,
outs.
he's a beauty. He's such a cool guy. He just, I don't know, he can like entertain himself in his own mind by sitting in a chair for 8 hours and just laugh randomly,
Yeah,
and you have no idea what he's thinking about or doing, but he's never bored.
yeah. I mean, we've heard a lot of actors who have played themselves in other films like Al Pacino and Jack and Jill, etc. But only Nicolas Cage can play Nicolas Cage to the fullest,
Oh yeah.
not even extreme. And I love it for. I went to the cinema and watched it, and I just thought, God, but if the Oscars can give just a nomination just for the sake of things, please let it be Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage, because that guy, that dude is on a different level.
Did you see Willy's Wonderland with him?
No, I haven't. I've oh wait a minute, is that the
Oh,
one with
dude, you got to see it.
the Chuck and Cheese one? Is that the Chuck and Cheese one?
Yeah, yeah. All the serial killers are in the
Yeah,
animatronic robots, their souls or whatever, and he doesn't say a word the entire movie. There's zero dialogue. His character has zero lines, but he fights an alligator with a mop. Like, it's awesome.
I watched what was the film? Not long ago, Mum and Dad, where all the parents just lose their minds and they're killing their kids, and obviously Nicolas Cage plays the father. And there was just this one scene where he's doing like you put your left arm in, you put your left arm, and he's just losing his mind. And I'm thinking, dude, this guy can just there's a I don't know what it is, but if someone just gives him a crazy role, he's like, yeah, I'll do it, no problem. And
Oh yeah.
have you seen the video? It was a guy playing, like sort of playing his agent. And he's like, right, Nicholas, we're gonna. It's Shawshank Prison, but it's a second film, and it's just some of the wackiest ideas. And Nicolas Cage's like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. No, but you're
No,
playing
I
a.
haven't seen that, but please
You.
let me know. I would love to watch that.
It's funny because in the background, it's like the agent is telling him about these stupid film ideas. Um, and he's there going, right, Nick, we got this film. It's about a black hole, but there's a butt. And he goes, yeah, I'll do it. He went, yeah, but you're going to be playing the butt. And he went, no, I'm going to do it. And then when it cuts and it goes on to the next film that the agent wants Nicholas to turn down, in the back is literally Nicolas Cage as a butt, and he's blocking the black hole. And it's just like, what?
So awesome.
Oh my God.
There was a moment on set. I don't think I could say who it is, but someone was trying to give him, like, they were arguing about the scene, and someone was trying to give him a little bit of advice. And he was like, finally, he was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I'll listen to you. I've been a fan of yours since I was a kid. I used to worship your statue at Madame Lazong's Wax Museum. And wait a minute. That wasn't you. It was me. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. Ha 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 ha. And then just walked away. It was so good. Oh my God.
Oh, there's a reason he's got an Oscar as well. I don't care.
Yeah.
Do you know what? If there was like, even if I had 5 minutes to speak to Nicolas Cage, I just want to pick that man's brain on German expressionism. The way he talks about it as well is like German expressionism, it's art form and everything. I'm thinking, mate, I just want to pick your brains because you're Nicolas Cage. My God, you're awesome. But some of the other bigger names as well. I mean, you got Harvey Keitel as well from the Baker. I mean, did you ever had screen time with him? And if so, what was he?
No, not with Harvey. I think I only met him once actually. He was sort of, his schedule was closer to the end of filming, so he was just sort of in and out. But Ron and I spent a lot of time together, almost 2 months. We went to dinners and everything. Yeah, I taught him how to fish from our dinner table at this place in Grand Cayman to catch tarpon, which was pretty awesome. They let us just fish off our dinner table. Not many places in the world will let you do that. So it's always nice when something like that happens. You take advantage of it. Yeah.
What's he like as a person?
Ron's very down to earth. He's quite humble. He's He's not an ass. So.
No, I was gonna say, what was he like as a person? And
no, he's a great guy.
Yeah, and there's only a handful of films. I mean, I loved him in Hellboy, and there was what was the film? It was with Sean Connery and Christian Slater. What was that film? Oh, it's something Rose. I can't remember, but he's all makeuped up. He's very deformed, but the man is so talented. Um some of the films he's been in, I just wonder why hasn't he been given enough praise, if you know what I mean, to reach that potential. Not that even potential, just like an Oscar nomination or something like that. I'm thinking, dude, why isn't he on that elite? Because he's up there. He should be up there with some, especially with some of the parts he's played. Is there any memories or moments that really stick out to you when you think of Ron Perlman?
Let me think. I mean, I loved watching him grow up, watching Hellboy and Pacific Rim and Sons of Anarchy and all that. And then I think just being able to spend enough time with him. I'm trying to think if there was something specific, but being able to spend enough time with him, you get to learn sort of how real of a person he is and how genuine and authentic he is, and he's such like a sweet guy off the screen. The bad boy characters he plays and whatever on screen are not that resembling of who he is as a person. So it's always cool to see that contrast in an actor, because sometimes actors, they don't play characters at all. They're just themselves and they look good doing it on camera and that's it. But to see who he actually was as a person was actually pretty cool. I'm sure there's a specific story, but I gotta think about it. I remember fishing off our dinner table was pretty cool. Yeah, give me like 5 minutes, ask something else. I'll come back to it.
Yeah, no problem. There's another actor as well I've written down, and it's Martin Freeman.
Oh yeah, Queen of Bones.
Queen of
that
Bones.
we filmed in August.
So with that, have you met Martin Freeman yet, or is
no, I have. I was only on the film for a day. He was I think about halfway through, but same thing, like really nice guy. I didn't know that he was going to be there that day that I was filming, so it was they had like a last minute scheduling thing, so I wasn't really prepared to meet Martin Freeman. But then I was kind of glad when I got to the tent and he was there. I was like, oh, hey, what's up, man? Nice to meet you. I'm like kind of a fan. So we got talking about Sherlock and all his earlier stuff. And yeah, again, it's like so weird when you see someone from fantasy films, like, you know, him and the Hobbit and whatnot, and then they're like drinking a Starbucks. It's like, wait a second, that's not in Middle Earth. Like there's no Starbucks there. It's weird to, I don't know. It's kind of just like a brain tease when you see something like that.
Are you looking for the perfect bracelet for a loved one? Would your man be interested in a personalized keyring from his children? Are you looking for the best priced jewelry, whether it be a necklace, ring, earrings, bangle, or even more? Look no further than Crafted Arts. Crafted Arts is a local business based in Barry within the Vale of Glamorgan, and they have a range of all the perfect items you need. If it's for the perfect gift for an anniversary, or maybe it's for someone's birthday, maybe something for Christmas, or you wanted to give someone that perfect gift that will last a long time, Crafted Arts is the business for you. If you want to know more or see what they have in stock, then you can visit them locally at 29 High Street, Barry, Vale of Glamorgan, CF627EB, or you can go onto their website at www.craftedarts.co.uk. You could even email them at info@craftedarts.co.uk, or maybe just give them a call at 07789 94248. Trust me, it's worth it for the perfect gift. The best thing about Creative Space is that we don't just want to encourage people in being creative in TV, film, or even theatre. We also want you to be creative in a variety of other things as well. So do you want to have experience in making jewelry? Do you want to pick up a hobby but do not know what to take or where to start? Then look no further than the Vale Jewelry Workshops. Vale Jewelry Workshops provides the best experience in teaching you how to make the best sterling silver jewelry. They will help you make a range of silverware including rings, bracelets, and many more pieces. You will learn the basic silversmith skills such as soldering, texturing, shaping, and lots more. Not only do the workshops provide the experience for adults, it also provides the best experience and fun for children as well. So if you want to learn on how to make sterling silver jewelry, and if you're very interested, go onto their website at www.valejewelryworkshops.co.uk or get in touch with them via email at info@valejewelryworkshops.co.uk or even phone them at 07789 794248. When you mentioned stage, have you ever been on stage on Broadway or in California or anywhere? Have you done?
No, not professional stage work. No.
No.
I'd like to do a Broadway show
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
You know, make the migration like a lot of Hollywood actors do for a year. And I just saw David Harbour and Bill Pullman do a play in London, and it was so awesome. Bill Pullman plays a crazy dad, and David Harbour plays a crazy son after David's mother just dies in the play, and it's so good. So I was like, yeah, I'd love to do some stage like that where you can just, because acting for the stage and acting for film are two very different things, right? One is super over the top and very expressionist and very out there, and then the other one is like very pulled back. So
is there any play that, so if say a producer, an agent, whatever, just came up to you and said, Adam, here is a play, or here is a musical, and what would be the title, what would be the musical or play that you would actually love to do on stage?
well, I would love to do a professional production of Spring Awakening. You know, I've done that twice in high school and college, so why not take it to the biggest level with a real budget and see what we can do with it. It's a great play. So
I mean, when I was in school, the only plays that I learned, I mean, we learned a few British ones, but it was always Arthur Miller, Tennessee Williams plays. And I did one from my drama teacher said, right, you're going to do this duologue with one of my friends. And we took a scene from A View from a Bridge. And it was a scene where Eddie, the main character, is speaking to his lawyer, and he wants his niece's boyfriend, who's from Italy, like an Italian immigrant, and he just doesn't like him, and he's like, I want you to get rid of him, and he's just coming up with all these nonsense. And I remember thinking, I'd love to do this. It just looks awesome to do. And it was always American plays, especially Arthur Miller and Tennessee Williams. And I only started learning other playwrights outside, the likes of Harold Pinter and maybe Stephen Summers, etc. Only until I got to university, where I was like, whoa, big mind. But it's loads of plays that we can all say, yeah, we love to do that. I would love to do it. And it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, well, you know more about those people than I do. I don't know who half those people are. I didn't study too much playwrights. But.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely fine. I mean, um, like I said, I mean, there's still probably. I mean, I've had one or two people come up to you and say, "Oh, you must know Eugene O'Neill is," or blah blah blah. I'm like, no, I don't. And I was like, yeah, but you're a theatre person. I went, so just because I'm a theatre person doesn't know I'm going to know every single name in the encyclopedia.
There's a lot of theater out there, dude. Like Christ, a lot of people with ideas that scribble them down.
Yeah,
a lot of reading.
I bet. I'll tell you this one story as well. I mean, I wrote a play, just a simple comedy play and it was about two writers wrote a play, and the harsh reality is that it was gonna happen. It was gonna be put on stage, but now the producer's like, no, we're backing out. It's not gonna happen. So in the drunken stupor, they decide, right, we're gonna go and rob them. We're gonna take all their money. We're gonna take all their valuables, sell the valuables, and put on a play of our own. And we did it in a pub theater, which held about 50 seats. 50 people can attend. And we did it in 3 days. And on the second night, out of 50, only 4 turned up. And it was a comedy. So obviously, when you're doing a comedy, especially it's live, you want to hear the laughter.
The laughter,
yeah. And it was so, I wouldn't say it's soul destroying, but it was a learning process, because me and my friend Lewis left that theater that night, and all we heard, because it was 2 of my friends and 2 of his family members who only turned up, and all we heard was that was it in the background.
Oh.
I know. And because I don't know if I asked my friend who did turn up on that night, I said, why didn't you just give the full big laughter? And he went, yeah, but there was only 4 of us, Rhys, and it's so awkward if you're going to laugh out loud. And I was like, oh, look, it would have just kept us going. And we went to the pub just down the road, even though we were in a pub theater, but they had a band there. And we're like, nah, we're so deflated. We just want to have peace and quiet. And we just went down another pub, which was down the road, and we just sat there and we just thought to ourselves, damn, that was...
This is life now.
Yeah, this is life now. I was like, that is a big reality check for us. But we were deflated in different ways. I was more deflated the fact that because there was only 4 people there. My co-star Lewis was deflated because he didn't see eye to eye with his brother, who was in that, and the way I wrote the script was that he goes off on one slagging off his relatives, and he says, oh, my brother, and he leaves the stage, and luckily the stage it's a small stage and it's not far from the audience. He went off and just went up in his brother's face and said, my brother is da 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 da, and I'm thinking, oh my god. So we were both just sat there going, man, that sucked, but there we go.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. That's why I'm a little bit scared and weary of doing professional plays, because you have to remember lines and stuff, and if you screw up, it's not like you can get a second take. It's a live audience, right? But movies you can watch alone. Plays you got to see with a crowd.
Yeah,
to engaging. So yeah,
there was another one where we did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and it was like a junior production of it, so it was all kids, and I was one of the oldest. So all the parents. So I played Grandpa Joe, and obviously the kids who won the golden tickets, they were young kids, but all the adults, they were played by the teenagers. And I remember it was on a Friday night, and what happened was everything went to hell. It was like everything just went to shit. The first thing that happened, because the stage is split. So if you're looking at the stage, on your right, there's the TV. So in the first act, all the kids around the world that have won the golden ticket, they will appear in the TV, sing a song, and then sod off. But on your left is the bucket residents. So there's me as Grandpa Joe and the other grandparents and Charlie, etc. There was a lamp, like a big lamp behind me. And as the one kid was singing, all we heard was a boom, and it was a low, and I just went, shit, what happened there? I was like, what happened there?
Little redecorating.
I know, and I thought, Jesus Christ, and all you can see, if you were to watch in the audience, all you can see is me, even though I'm supposed to be bedridden, is sliding off the bed, reaching for this lamp, and it was so heavy. I'm there holding on to my friend who's playing my wife, and I'm there going, pull me, and and that wasn't it. This wasn't it at all. So it jumped straight into the second act, and the guy who played Willy Wonka, we were having a good time, and we didn't care. We thought, right, that was the one accident, put it behind us. The second accident is obviously in the film, in the original, we took a lot from the original Gene Wilder film. So there's a shoot, and the kid playing Veruca Salt, she's like, oh, I want it now. So she jumps through the chute, and the girl who plays the mother of Veruca Salt, she chases after her and goes, Veruca, she's wearing high heels, and the tube is not really that big. So as she jumped, she went, Veruca. She was supposed to go, Veruca. Like, it sounds deep. She jumps, and all you hear was a bang, like that, because she was wearing high heels. And we're there, every single one of us, even in the audience, just went, oh. And one of us just went, are you okay? Are you good? It was just, and it didn't stop. Then
no, you can't. How are you supposed to stop?
Yeah, and but it's kids, because we're just only teenagers and kids. A lot of us, you would think, oh, they're not going to learn improv and everything. Thank God I had a brilliant drama teacher who taught us improvisation. And it's like, if anything goes to hell, this is what you do, and this is where it went to hell. So there's a bit in the where you go into Mike TV. So this big ray or beam, whatever you call it, is supposed to come on the stage. Now, it's only a small community theatre, so we had to go around through the changing rooms, back on if we wanted to get on the other side of the stage. And as we did, all of us went on. So all the other kids are gone. There's only me, the kid playing Charlie, the mother of Mike TV, and the kid playing Mike TV. And there was Willy Wonka and another person. So there was about 6 or 7 of us. We went on. There was nothing on the stage at all. No ray beam, no nothing. And it just completely put off the kid playing Willy Wonka, my friend Jack. And if you can paint it, if you can picture it, my friend Jack is stood there, the lights are on him, and he's there like, I don't know what to do. And it feels like, even though he was seconds, it feels like it can go on forever. And I remember I just looked around and I just went, oh, so Mr. Wonka, where did you say that shoot went again? And he just went, oh, yeah, so it does this, it does this. And he goes, oh, yeah, so, right, Mr. Wonka. So everyone started piping in. I'm like, right, so Mr. Wonka, where are you going to take us next? And he went, I don't know. And I went,
please remember something.
I was like, you want it? And I'm holding on a walking stick, and I'm there going, well, about take us over there. And I'm pointing to the exit. I'm thinking, if you go to the exit, we'll go again. So I'm there, why don't you take us over there? No problem. Oh, what's that over there, Mr. Wonka? And he was like, oh, I don't know, where should we take you? And next, the lights are going off, the stage lights are going off, and I'm there going, you've got to pay the gas bill, didn't you, Wonka, babe? I thought, you know what?
Wonka always fucks it up.
Yeah, Wonka, you fucked it up. I'm going off. I'm going off script now. So next, I went, you've got to pay British gas, didn't you? Yeah, and everyone started laughing. I thought, I don't care no more. But what was so funny was the fact that the people who were reviewing are the people who do the awards for the local awards thing. So they were in this audience. I didn't know that till afterwards. So I'm there going, Wonka, you're worth £1 billion, and yet you can't even pay your bloody gas bill. What is wrong with you? And bless the kids who were Oompa Loompas. You had 4 of them just slowly pushing the ray beam on the stage.
Pushing him.
Pushing it. And we're there going, the freaking are they doing? I thought, Friday night, people, we're doing okay. we get
Yeah.
we all, it's all fine, not a problem. Then we get to the bows. The kid playing Charlie. Now picture the 2 rows of audience. There's an aisle in the middle. The kid Charlie, he's supposed to finish off the song. And what he does, he starts to go down the steps through the audience as the finale song is playing. And there was me trying to stay in character, going, Charlie, get back here. Please get back here. And my mate Jack playing Willy Wonka is patting me on the shoulder, going, what is he doing? I went, I don't know. I was like, come back. And he was gone. He was out the building. He literally walked out of the building.
Had enough.
He just had enough. And I just I just looked at Jack. He looked at me. We went back to back and we finished the song off. And Jack said, thank God you're the tenor, Rhys, because I can't hit that note. And I just went, that kid is going to hit a high note when I see him. And, and you know, we leave the building, we see the kid, and next you know, there was me, the guy playing Willy Wonka, and 1 or 2 others. We're chasing after the kid, and I threw the walking stick at him. I'm there going, get here, you little creeper. Oh, I think he climbed a tree, bless him. Just to get away from me.
Yeah, he was dedicated to his escape then.
I know. So that's one of my fondest stories of the stage. And another learning curve. So if anything happens, well, it's a Friday night. Let's have a good time, people. We're here all night.
All you can do.
Yeah. So I heard as well that you're going to do a Guns N' Roses biopic. Is that true?
It was, but due to legal stuff, it can't go forward. It just can't, because of the whole ban stuff and trademarks and all this stuff. And yeah, I'm glad I'm not an entertainment lawyer. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. So so in retrospect, it's like money talks then, basically.
Yeah. I would have done it anyways and just got sued after. I think the experience could have been worth it. But.
Yeah. I'd love to see a Guns. I mean, come on. So I mean, you're saying get sued afterwards. Well, welcome to the jungle. No pun intended. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean that's the business for you. I mean, I'd love to see a Guns N' Roses biopic. I mean, is there any films that you dream of? Is there any event, any individual band or whatever that you'd love to see in as a film, as a player, whatever?
Like as a biopic or
as a biopic.
Before, I mean, why don't we do one on Nicolas Cage's childhood? I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, well, he's part of the Coppola family, so
yeah, that would be a biopic.
Oh my God, I could just see it now. Him at 8 years old going, yeah. Okay, let's go for it. I'm ready, Uncle Francis. So when it comes to acting, and how do you approach it though? Do you have a technique or do you just do it?
I did study the Meisner technique for a while, which it boils down to basically just reacting instead of acting. You know, scenes in a script kind of represent icons, if you will, or experiences that all humans have pretty much had. You know, the goodbye, the hello, the first kiss, the last kiss, the fight, the breakup, the argument, the triumph. Scenes are representations of that kind of life matter. So it's important to sort of draw from like your own life experiences, and when you read the scene, okay, well, I haven't experienced this personally, but have I experienced what this scene is about, what it's trying to convey and compel in the script, and then sort of remember that moment to activate it chemically in your brain while doing the scene on camera. Helps, I find.
How did you get into films then?
I started right after I graduated. Well, I did a few films when I was in college. I met a producer in LA when I was studying with Aaron Spicer over a summer in Hollywood. And then, I started exec producing a few smaller indie films. that led me to getting a few smaller parts. And then when I graduated college, I started working with a great Canadian director named Robert Budrow, who did Born to Be Blue, Stockholm, Queen of Bones, Delia's Gone. And yeah, we started working together. I started exec producing his films and sort of acting in them, and then got an agent and manager and just started auditioning and booking, and we'll see what the next step is.
One of the last questions for you then, Adam, and thanks for appearing on the podcast. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
So I always ask all my guests this question, but for you, it's going to be like a double bill. The first one is, how do you look back on your career? And the slash is, what's the future hold? How does the future hold for you, Adam?
It's interesting how I look back on my career, because I always think of, well, if this didn't happen and that didn't happen, I could have been doing this or I could have been doing that. And, I have a tendency to dwell on the past and sort of beat myself up and in retrospect think of what I could have done better. I think that comes from having overcome addiction, right? You always think of, well, where could I have been if these 6-7 years hadn't done such a toll on me physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever Lee you want to think of. But I don't really have any regrets, because where I am today, I'm very happy with, right? And I've been sober long enough now to know that everything definitely happens for a reason. So I'm content with being where I am, and what the future holds. I mean, I'm at a point in my life now where I have a fiance, we're gonna have a family soon, so I know I want to start doing bigger films, like more studio films, and I want to continue to sort of mature and grow on this trajectory that I'm on. If I don't get bit and killed by a shark first, that'll be. So I don't know. I'm trying to take lesser risks than usual that I would have when I was in my 20s. But yeah, that's sort of where I want my career to go now. And I think like even getting Nicolas Cage on the show would be amazing, the fishing show, because he loves it too, right? You might hear some stuff that you'd never hear on land. So can you imagine like you're out there and he just like turns off all the cameras and he's like, Adam, I'm an alien. Like just something that I know UFOs because I live on them. There's that. That would be like my great. So I mean, that's the most important thing to me now, is just sort of enjoying moment to moment, having good experiences, laughing, not taking things seriously. So I mean, because at the end of the day, all those experiences are going to add up to what your life is, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you looking for the perfect bracelet for a loved one? Would your man be interested in a personalized keyring from his children? Are you looking for the best priced jewelry, whether it be a necklace, ring, earrings, bangle, or even more? Look no further than Crafted Arts. Crafted Arts is a local business based in Barry within the Vale of Glamorgan, and they have a range of all the perfect items you need. If it's for the perfect gift for an anniversary, or maybe it's for someone's birthday, maybe something for Christmas, or you wanted to give someone that perfect gift that will last a long time, Crafted Arts is the business for you. If you want to know more or see what they have in stock, then you can visit them locally at 29 High Street, Barry, Vale of Glamorgan, CF627EB, or you can go onto their website at www.craftedarts.co.uk. You could even email them at info@craftedarts.co.uk, or maybe just give them a call at 07789 94248. Trust me, it's worth it for the perfect gift. The best thing about Creative Space is that we don't just want to encourage people in being creative in TV, film, or even theatre. We also want you to be creative in a variety of other things as well. So do you want to have experience in making jewelry? Do you want to pick up a hobby but do not know what to take or where to start? Then look no further than the Veil Jewelry Workshops. Veil Jewelry Workshops provides the best experience in teaching you how to make the best sterling silver jewelry. They will help you make a range of silverware including rings, bracelets, and many more pieces. You will learn the basic silversmith skills such as soldering, texturing, shaping, and lots more. Not only do the workshops provide the experience for adults, it also provides the best experience and fun for children as well. So if you want to learn on how to make sterling silver jewelry, and if you're very interested, go onto their website at www.veiljewelryworkshops.co.uk or get in touch with them via email at info@veiljewelryworkshops.co.uk or even phone them at 07789 794248.